Alright, I got Jawbreaker some new friends, and he's patiently waiting until I open the bag for he can munch them. There he is right there, little beast. And there goes his new friends right there. He is going to destroy them when they come out. Gotta let them in the bag for 15 minutes before they can get used to the temperature of the water. But he is gonna demolish them. But if they make it and don't get eaten like the last 2 batches, I'm gonna name them. But if not, they're lunch. What's going on, my fish friends and my fish people? Look at my tank. What do you guys see? It looks empty. Why? I have no clue whatsoever. So I came from work yesterday. Let's not even start there, guys. Let's not even start there. I woke up yesterday for work, right? I came down in the basement like I do every morning pretty much, or every afternoon, and I fed my fish. In this tank right here, see the little red and black fish? There was about 7 of them. About 7 or 6 of them. They're called Sarpate tetras. And I fed the tank like I do every other day. Everything was fine. I came from work last night. I came down just to check on the fish because I didn't have their lights on. So I came down to check on them and feed again. Giving them a treat pretty much because I feed once a day, and I was pretty much going to feed them twice. So I came down and he's the only one in this tank. All the other fish, all the other Sarpate tetras disappeared. They vanished. It's only these 4, black and white, I forget what they're called, silver and a black with the red tail, these ones right here, and he's the only Sarpate tetra alive in this tank. How is that even possible? Where did the fish go? I have no clue. I have yet to ask my wife if she knows anything. And I have yet to ask my son, who's 7 years old, if he knows anything or if he came down here. Now, what I did discover was this. 1 dead fish. And if you look up close, you see his bones. Little rib cage. I have no clue to how this happened. When it happened, I literally don't know. I looked around the floor to see maybe somehow, some way they jumped out, or someone came down and scooped them out, but they're not on the floor anywhere. They're not inside of the filter, even though there's no way for them to get sucked up that way. They're not behind the sponge filter. Yeah, they're not behind the sponge filter. They're not behind the rock. I don't know if I made the cage so good that they're just in there and I don't see them. The problem is when I fed the tank, nothing came out, right? There's nothing in there, like, don't see anything. So I'm baffled of what happened to the fish. I kind of was thinking maybe the plecos pinned them down and ate them and just sucked on them, but they're not doing that to pretty much 7 fish. There's no way. They're not even fast enough to do that. So then I kind of thought, like, I know in my yard I have a raccoon. There's a raccoon in my yard, so I was like, maybe the raccoon somehow managed to get into my house. So I literally looked around all my basement, and there's no huge holes or anything for a raccoon to get in. I just don't know where the hell the fish disappeared to. I can't manage to figure it out where the fish disappeared to. If you guys have any idea of where 7 Sarpei Tetras disappeared to, where they vanished to, let me know. I'm going to do a water change on the 10-gallon tank, even though I just did one. But remember, last video, if you watched, the filter is done for. Like, I haven't even tried fixing it. So I'm running 2 sponge filters in here. After this video upload, I'm going to be doing another video, sponge filters versus hanger in the back filters, pros and cons. But I'm running 2 sponge filters in here, and that's not enough for the tank. So I'm going to be doing a water change just so that there's not too much stale water sitting for too long. Also, our gourami is sick. How do I know this? I just know. I don't have a quarantine tank set up. We did put her over here. We're gonna do a water change in this tank, and then add some medicine, and I'll just quarantine it here. Now you're probably gonna say, well, it got sick because you just added all them new fish in there, yada yada yada. No. And I gotta flip him over. But that's not what happened. It was already sick from the other tank. Also, this fish is old.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Our gourami is pretty old. I had it roughly about 3 years now. And they live roughly 4 to 6 years. And I could tell it's sick by its fins. See how it's keeping them tightly closed on the top and the end. Swimming at the bottom of the tank. It's going up for air. It's not eating. So can it just be dying of old age or something like that, or some sort of sickness? Possibly. Also at the tail, there's some bruising. If you see it right there, right there. Also, it has 2 wounds that are on its side. Don't know where it got it from, but yeah, our front here is not doing well. I'm gonna try to help it out. See if I can help it live. So let's do some feeding. So here goes my proof. We fed the tank. Only the 4 came out so far. Where are the other Sarpei Tetras? So just because I'm going to be doing a water change on this tank here, I'm just going to lift these rocks up and see something. Sarpei Tetras just up and got out of here. So that's pretty much what today's video is about. It's just my fish disappearing. Once I somewhat figure it out, or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna have to get some more Sarpei Tetras because the one that's in there, he's not acting the same. He's hiding. Um, he's getting 2 or 3 bites to eat, and then he's going right back into hiding. So, yeah, he's in there with another type of tetra, but they're not the same type of species of fish. Well, species-wise, but you know what I mean. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think happened to the fish, where they went. Did they get eaten by each other? Who knows? Let me know what y'all think, man.